budgeting. Class, today we will discuss budgeting. And for me, budgeting is one of the easiest topics in management services. So later, I'll show you techniques kung paano madali mag-solve ng budgeting problems. Okay? So yeah, now, sir, ano ba ibig sabihin ng budgeting? Well, budgeting is a planning tool used by the management to set goals, targets, and it can also be used for performance review in order to achieve the objectives of the organization. Okay? So for example, goals. Mag-set tayo ng goals kung ilan yung units na ipoproduce and ibebenta natin for next year. Targets. Mag-set tayo ng target net income for next year. And it can also be used for performance review. For example, every end of the year, December 31, i-compare natin yung actual results versus the budgeted results. So, tignan natin kung nare-reach natin yung budgets natin. Okay? That is budgeting. Now, para maging effective yung budgeting, dapat lahat ng departments must be involved in budgeting. Okay? And in large organizations, the budgeting is spearheaded by what we call the budget committee. Okay? The budget committee, basically, siya yung may overall responsibility sa budget preparation. And this committee is composed of the president, the treasurer, the controller, and the different managers from different departments. Okay? The budget committee is headed by the budget director. So basically, si budget director, siya yung bahala makipag-coordinate sa mga managers from different departments. Again, yung budgeting, dapat yan properly communicated sa lahat ng departments para maging effective yung budgeting. Alright? Now, there are two types of budgeting. We have short-term and long-term budgeting. Obviously, for short-term, ibig sabihin, nagbabudget tayo ng for 1 year, while long-term naman, more than 1 year. Actually, class, ang ibang tawag sa long-term budgeting, this is also capital budgeting, which is a separate topic na di-discuss natin next time. Alright? So, yung discussion natin, magpo-focus tayo on short-term budgeting. Got it? Now, in budgeting, in short-term budgeting, yung output natin dito, yung end goal natin is the master budget. Okay? So, pag sinabing master budget, may dalawang components yan. The operating budget and the financial budget. Now, sir, ano difference ng operating and financial budget? Doon mo tayo sa operating. From the word itself, operate. So, ibig sabihin, it deals with the operations. It deals with production and sales. Okay? Under operating budget, prepare tayo ng sales budget, direct materials budget, direct labor, overhead, ano pa, cost of goods sold, and selling and administrative expenses budget. Kasi napansin nyo dyan, sales, DM, DLOH, cost of goods sold, selling and admin, lahat yan makikita natin in the income statement. That's why, in operating budget, ang magiging output natin dyan is the budgeted income statement. Got it? Okay, now, ito important dyan, class. As you notice, ang first natin dito is the sales. The sales budget is the most critical input in budgeting. So sales, syempre, nandyan yung unit sales and yung selling price. So pinaka-important yun. Bakit, sir? Kasi lahat ng the rest na ibabudget natin, nakadepende sa sales. For example, yung DM, DLOH natin, nakadepende kung gaano karami yung bibenta natin. Yung cost of goods sold natin, the selling and admin, lahat yan nakadepende sa sales. That's why sales, yan yung una nating binabudget, yan yung pinaka-critical and most important input in budgeting. Got it? Okay, now, doon naman tayo sa financial budget, sir. Ano naman yung financial budget? It deals with cash, basically. Okay? Ang concern niya is on cash. And in financial budget or cash budget, ganito yung magiging format niya. Meron kang beginning balance ng cash. Okay? January 1 na cash. Add natin yung receipts, lahat na na-receive mo during the year. And then, minus natin yung disbursements, mga nagastos natin during the year. Okay? And i-consider mo din, class, yung minimum cash balance. Okay? If nasa policy ng company. So, ano yung minimum cash balance? So, isipin nyo parang maintaining balance sa bangko. Okay? For example, meron kang account. Bawal bumaba ng 10,000 pesos. So, pwedeng yung mga companies may ganung silang policy. Okay? So, i-consider mo yun sa cash budget natin. So, meron kang beginning balance ng cash, January 1, receipts minus disbursements minus cash balance. Dalawa lang naman yung pwede mangyari dyan. It's either maging positive yung balance or mag-negative. Okay? Pag positive, ang tawag natin dyan, may excess or may surplus. So, ibig sabihin, after that, makakompute mo na yung ending balance ng cash. Okay? Now, what if negative? Ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung disbursements and yung minimum cash balance natin than the beginning and receipt. So, dyan, kailangan natin mag-resort into financing. So, kailangan mag-finance. Yung financing na yan, usually, pwedeng bank loan or in other cases, pwedeng mag-issue ng shares. Okay? So, bank loan or shares para ma-cover natin yung deficiency. Alright? And from there, ma-compute natin yung ending balance. That's what you call cash budget. Okay? Now, sa financial budget or cash budget, kung dito meron kang budgeted income statement, ang output mo naman dito, class, is the budgeted, statement of cash flows. Nandiyan na rin yung budgeted balance sheet. Okay? Now, in budgeting, after natin i-prepare lahat yan, sales, DMDLOH, cost of goods sold, selling and admin, cash budget, etc. As you notice, meron tayong budgeted financial statements. Okay? So, yun yung end output natin in budgeting. You have your pro forma or budgeted financial statements. Okay? So, yan. Yun yung overview natin ng budgeting. Sabi ko kanina, one of the easiest topics in MS to. Alright? Because, yun talaga, easiest yan. Now, yung techniques na i-apply mo sa budgeting, tandaan mo lang, two things ha. First is, puro T-accounts lang gagawin natin dyan. Okay? As much as possible, T-accounts. Second technique or second tip ko sa inyo sa budgeting, follow instructions. Yan lang yan. So, T-accounts and follow instructions. So, ma-solve mo na lahat ng budgeting problems yan. So, ano ibig sabihin mo dyan? Apply na lang natin sa problems. Diretso mo tayo sa problem solving later sa end. Doon tayo magsagot ng theory questions. Okay? Let's go to problem number 1. Nakita nyo ba yung Queenie Company? Kita nyo yan? Sige, sagutin natin yan. Let's see. Queenie Company has budgeted unit sales for next 4 months as follows. So, yun yung sales budget. Okay? October, November, December, and January. So, meron tayong units yan. The ending inventory for each month should be equal to 15% of next month's sales in units. Okay, so yung ending inventory mo daw this month, 15% siya kung magkano ibebenta mo next month. Gets? Okay. The inventory on September 30 was below this level and contained only 600 units. Question 1. The total units to be produced in October are... Now, most of the questions sa budgeting tungkol yan sa inventory, no? And ang gagawin mo lang dyan, magti-T account ka lang dyan. Okay? So, ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. So, question 1. Total units to be produced. Ganito lang gagawin ko dyan. Magti-T account ako ng inventory. Alright? So, sabi dyan, class, dun sa last sentence, the inventory on September 30 was below this level and contained only 600 units. Kung September yan, ibig sabihin beginning balance yan. Tama kasi ang pre-send sa'yo, October to January. Kung September binigay, beginning balance yan. So, lalagay ko dito, 600. And then, ang tanong class dyan, sa question 1, the total units to be produced in October. So, ang pinag-uusapan natin, month of October. Gets? Ngayon, kung titingin ka sa given, nakalagay dyan, yung unit sales for October, 4,800 units. Di ba? Pag nagbebenta tayo, mababawasan yung inventory natin. So, lagay mo siya dito. 4,800. Okay? And yung policy, yung ending inventory natin is 15% na next month na sale. Ano ba yung sale nung November? 5,800. Nakita niyo yan? So, 5,800 times 15%. Na-compute mo by 870. Ibig sabihin, yun yung ending inventory natin. O, ang tanong sa atin, how much daw yung puproduce? October. O, T-account ka lang dyan. Solve for X ka dyan. O, 870 plus 48 minus 600. 870 plus 48 minus 600, you get 5070. Sagot natin, class. So, question 1 is boy, 5070. Ganun na kasimple. O, T-account lang ginamit natin. Let's go to question number 2. Okay, the desired ending inventory for December. Ano ba yung policy ng company? Sabi dyan, yung ending inventory, 15% ng sales sa next month. So, December ang pinag-uusapan, kunin mo lang yung kunin mo lang yung sales ng January. Nakita mo ba yung 5,200? Oh, 5,200. Multiply natin sa 15%. Ang sagot mo dyan? 52 times 15%, you get 780, letter C. Okay, ang policy, 15% daw ng next month's sales, ay di follow instructions ka lang. Okay, so nakuha natin 780. That is letter C. Okay, yung most common question sa budgeting about inventory. Alright? Let's go to problem number 2. Bernalyn Corporation is in the process of preparing its annual budget. The following beginning and ending inventory levels are planned for the year. Meron tayong finished goods. Oh, this time merong raw materials, beginning and ending. Each unit of finished goods requires 7 grams of raw material. Okay? Per finished good, kailangan ng 7 grams of raw materials. Question number 1. If the company plans to sell 270,000 units during the year, the number of units it would have to manufacture. Siyempre, ang pinag-uusapan mo dito, finished goods. Okay? Yun yung binibenta mo eh. Yun yung pinoproduce mo. Magti-T account lang ako ng finished goods dyan. So, finished goods, tama ba class, ang given sa atin, 20,000 daw yung beginning. Lalagay ko lang dito yan, 20,000. Ending natin is 30,000. And then sabi dyan class, plans to sell 270,000 units. Siyempre, pag nagbebenta ka, makabawasan yung finished goods mo doon. So, lalagay ko dito, 270,000 sa credit. Tama? Solve for X, 30 plus 270 minus 20. 30 plus 270 minus 20. Answer mo dito, class, 280,000 units. That is letter D or dog. Okay, 280,000 units. So, ganun ka simple. Next question, question 2. How much of the raw materials should the company purchase during the year? O, raw materials naman. Ang sabi sa problem, to recall, kailangan ng 7 grams of raw materials per finished good. So, gagawin ko lang dyan, class. T-account lang ulit ako. May raw materials tayo. Ano yung beginning balance natin? Beginning balance natin, class, is 50,000. And then, ending balance natin sa raw materials, 40,000. Now, ang kailangan natin i-produce is 280,000 na finished goods, tama? Yan yung kailangan natin na supplyan ng materials. 280,000 multiply mo by 7, kasi 7 grams per finished good. Na-compute mo ba yung 1,960,000? Saan mo ilalagay yun? Sa debit or sa credit? 1,960,000, dapat sa credit mo ilagay. Kasi yun yung magagamit na materials, tama? So, lagay mo dito, 1,960,000. Sir, ano ulit yung 1,960? 280,000 times 7. Ang tanong sa problem, how much daw yung per-purchase natin? Solve for X ka lang dyan. 40 plus 1,960 minus 50. Okay, 40 plus 1,960 minus 50. Answer mo dyan, 1,950,000 grams. Letter boy for number 2. Okay, o ganyan na kasimple. So, nasolve na natin yung, meron tayong sales, yung cost of goods, purchases, cost of goods, sold, inventory, yan. Solve na natin sa first two problems natin. Let's go to problem number 3. Problem number 3 naman, about cash naman to. So, about financial budget naman. So, tingnan natin. Number 3. NLC company has the following historical collection pattern for its credit sales. Okay, 70% collected in the month of sale, 15% collected in the first month after sale, 10% collected in the second month after sale, 4% collected in the third month after sale, and 1% uncollectible. From this, makikita mo class na hanggang third month nakaka-collect ka. Third month after sale. Tama? So, tingnan natin. Budgeted credit sales for the last 6 months of the year. Follow. So, binigyan tayo ng sales, credit sales, July to December. Okay? Ang requirement A, calculate the estimated total cash collections during October. Ganito gagawin ko dyan. So, again, yung makokolekta mo is hanggang 3 months after sale. Ang pinag-uusapan natin October. Alright? Now, ang given sa yung una, July. May makuha ka ba from the July sales? So, tingnan natin. July, August, September, October. Meron pa kasi hanggang 3 months yan. Gets? Ganito lang gagawin ko dyan, class. Sa July sales, yung 30,000 na credit sales, ano yung third month niyan? Tama ba? 4%? Okay, so 30,000 times 4%, 1,200 pesos yung makukollect natin from the July sales. Does that make sense? Ulitin ko. Ang una kong ginawa, tinignan ko kung hanggang kailan pwede mag-collect. Nakalagay dyan, third month after sale. So, bibilang ako. Ang pinag-uusapan natin, October. So, July, August, September, October. So, meron pa. Tama? So, 30,000 and then 4% pag third month after sale, may makukuha tayong 1,200 with the July sale. So, follow instructions lang yan. Diba? Next, dun ba sa August meron? Of course, kung sa July may nakollect ka, sa August meron din. Ano ba yung sa August, September, October? Ano yung 2 months after sale? 10%. Okay? 35,000 times 10%, you get 3,500. Doon naman tayo sa September. Sa September naman, 1 month after sale. So, yun naman, that is 15%. 40,000 times 15%, you get 6,000. Okay, so October, which is yun yung tinatanong yun yung month na hinahanap sa problem, how much yung nabenta natin? 45,000. Sabi dyan, 70% in the month of sale. So 45,000 times 70%, you get 31,500. Total natin yung class, 1,200 plus 3,500 plus 6,000 plus 31,500, you should get 42,200. Sagot natin for question A, 42,200. Yun yung makukollect mo sa month of October. Gets? Okay. Let's go to letter B, question B. Sabi naman dyan, class, calculate the estimated total cash collections during the year's fourth quarter. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng fourth quarter? Yung last 3 months of the year. October, November, December. Ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Isa-isahin ko per month. Sa July, yung July sales natin na how much yun? 30,000 hanggang third month yung pwede mo i-collect, tama? So, ibig sabihin, parang yung kanina lang yan. 30,000, yung 4% alam mo ko-collect mo dyan sa month of, sa fourth quarter. Tama? Kasi sa November and December, wala ka na makukollect from July. Kasi hanggang third month after sale lang. Doon tayo sa August. Ngayon sa August naman, class, 35,000 yung binenta natin. August. So, September, October, November. So, meron pa tayong 2 months na makukollect from August. Tama? So, meron tayong i-consider mo yung 4% and yung 10%. Tama? Kasi third month is 4%, second month is 10%. So, that's 14%. Sa 35,000, makukollect natin sa fourth quarter is 14%. So, 35,000 times 0.14, you get 4,900. Okay. So, gawin lang din. Gawin natin sa September. Sa September naman, class, may makukollect ka sa October, November, December kasi hanggang 3 months. So, add mo yung 4%, yung 10% and 15%. That is 29%. Okay? So, September, nagbenta tayo ng 40,000. Multiply natin by 29%. So, 40,000 times 0.29. That is 11,600. Okay, so let's do the same thing for October. So, October, makukollect mo yung, well, October, November, December. Tama? So, yung month of sale, yung first month after sale and second month after sale. Ilan yun? 70% plus 15% plus 10%. That is 95%. Okay, so October, nagbenta tayo ng 45,000. Multiply natin by 95%. Okay, 45,000 times 0.95, you get 42,750. Okay, ganun lang kadali. And November, tingnan natin. November, nagbenta tayo ng 50,000. So, makukollect natin yung month of November and December. So, that is 70% plus 15%. Yun, 85% yan. Okay, so 50,000 times 85%, you get 42,500. And then last one, December, nabenta natin is 42,500. And then, syempre, month of December na makukollect mo dyan, which is 70%. 42,500 times 70%, 29,750. Let's add 1,200 plus 4,900 plus 11,600 plus 42,750 plus 29,750. Your answer should be, 1,2 plus 49 plus 11,600 plus 42,750 plus 42,500 plus 29,750. Answer is 132,700. Okay, 132,700. Easy. Nakadali. Let's go to number 3 na yan. Let's go to number 4. Okay, so again class, budgeting hindi yan complicated. Okay, don't complicate yung topic na ito. Madali lang yan. Tingnan natin yung number 4. Melanie Corporation. Ganun pa rin. About cash pa din to. No? By the way class, dagdagan ko ng konti yung problem number 3. Okay. Hindi, mamaya na pala. Doon tayo sa problem number 4 na lang natin expand yung problem. Okay, problem number 4. Tingnan natin yung questions. No? Sabi dyan, letter A, expected cash collections during May. So May yung pinag-uusapan natin. Expected cash disbursements during May and expected cash balance on May 31. Okay. So, tingnan natin. Let's read the problem. Melanie Corp, a wholesaler, provided the following information. So, binigyan tayo ng January to May, meron tayong purchases and we have sales. Obviously, pag purchases, outflow yan. Pag sales naman, inflow sa atin yan. Customers pay 60% of their balance in the month of sale, 30% in the month following sale, and 10% second month following sale. So, for problem number 4, tama ba hanggang 2 months after sale, may nare-receive tayo? Tama? Hanggang 2 months after the sale. The company pays all invoices in the month following purchases and takes advantage of 3% discount. Cash payments for operating expenses in May will be 119,500. Cash balance on May 1, beginning balance, 127,800. Now, expected cash collections during May. Okay, tama ba? Sabi ko kanina, hanggang 2 months after the sale. Ano ba yung 2 months after the sale? Tama ba class? March yun. March. Kasi March, April, May. Okay, so sa March sale, may makakollect pa tayo. Pero dun sa January and Feb, wala ka na makakollect dyan. So sa March, nagbenta tayo ng 165,000. Okay? And sa second month after sale, tama ba 10% na lang? So times 10%, you get 16,500. Doon naman tayo sa month of April. That is 178,000. Take note class, yung sales yung kino-compute natin, hindi yung purchases kasi collections yung tanong. 178,000 times, so sa April, May, pinag-uusapan namin, so 1 month. So 1 month after the sale is 30%. Times 30%. 178,000 times 30%, you get 53,400. 53,400. Okay, and then May, we have 166,000, which is the month of sale, multiply natin by 60%. 166,000 times 60%, you get 99,600. Add natin yung tatlo na yan. 16,500 plus 53,400 plus 99,600, you get 169,500. Answer natin class. So question A, expected cash collections, ayun, 169,500. Follow instructions. Okay, next. Expected cash disbursements. Ang sabi diyang class, ang policy ng company, the company pays all invoices in the month following purchase. So, nag-purchase kayo, next month babayaran. So, pinag-uusapan natin May, ibig sabihin, yung April na purchases, yun yung babayaran ngayong May. Does that make sense? Okay. So, sa April, yung purchases natin amounted to 154,000. Tama? Now, take note na nagtitake advantage doon ng 3% discount. Ibig sabihin, ang babayaran mo na talaga is 97%. 154,000 times 97%. Compute natin. 154 times 0.97, 149, 380. And take note class na meron din sinabi dyan sa problem. Yung last sentence, cash payments for operating expenses in May will be 119,500. Kasama sa disbursements yan. So, operating expenses for the month of May, 119,500. Now, add natin yung dalawa. 149,380 plus 119,500, you should get 268,880. This is your answer for question B, 268,880. Question C. Okay, expected cash balance on May 31. Hindi mag-T account lang ako dyan. Diba? So, T accounts lang and follow instructions. O, cash natin. Sabi dyan, may beginning balance ba? Meron. Sabi dyan sa last part, cash balance on May 1, 127,800. 127,800. Yung receipts natin, or your collections, 169,500 from question A. Disbursements natin from question B, 268,880. O, tingnan natin yung ending balance. 127,800. Plus 169,500 minus 268,880. Your answer should be 28,420. Okay, answer for question C is 28,420. Now, may encounter ka sa na problems na kino-consider yung minimum cash balance. So, ganito lang yan. For example, class, ang minimum cash balance is 50,000. For example, iyan yung kailangan mo maintain ng company, 50,000. Alright? Obviously, kulang yung 28,420. So, kailangan mag-finance tayo. Financing. Pwedeng umutang tayo sa bangko or mag-issue ng shares. Siyempre, ang realistic dyan yung bank loan. So, for example, how much ang bank loan mo? Well, kailangan mo mag-bank loan, yung difference sila. Okay? So, ang gagawin ko lang dyan, 50,000 minus 28,420, edi obviously, ang kailangan mong i-bank loan dyan, pag tinanong sa problem, 21,580. Tama? Ganun lang kasimple. So, ito yung pera mo, ending cash, kulang pa para sa maintaining, hindi yung difference nila, yun yung kailangan mo i-bank loan. Okay? Ngayon, may mga instances din na sasabihin sa problem, ang mababaro mo lang, multiples of 10,000. Okay, so pag sabi multiples of 10,000, ang pwede mo lang i-borrow 10,000, 20,000, 30, 40, 50, so multiple siya. So kung kailangan natin i-borrow is 21,580, tapos multiples of 10,000, how much yung mababaro mo kailangan sa bank? 30,000 syempre. Tama? So pag tinanong, pag ganun, ang magiging sagot mo doon, 30,000. Nakuha niyo ba yun? So again, ulitin ko ito lang yung point ko. Yung sagot natin dito sa problem is 28,420. What if sinabi sa problem, merong minimum cash balance na 50,000, kulang yung cash natin. Magbabaro tayo. How much? 21,580 yung sagot. What if sinabi sa problem o multiples of 10,000, ibig sabihin hindi ka pwede umutang ng saktong 21,580. So ano utangin mo kung multiples of 10,000? Dapat 30,000. Hindi 20,000 kasi kulang yun. O doon tayo sa 30,000. Sagot mo doon, how much yung bank loan? 30,000. Okay? So just in case lang, naitanong sa problem. Alright, so that's for problem number 4. Doon naman tayo sa problem number 5. Sinutis. Easy lang, pag-sagot natin. Okay, problem number 5. Ito, isa pa itong madali lang. Michelle Corporation is preparing its manufacturing overhead budget. Okay, ito. Okay, overhead budget. For the fourth quarter of the year. Okay, the budgeted variable factory overhead was 1.7. Okay, encircle mo yun, 1.7 yung variable. The budgeted fixed, 116,000 per month. O, meron tayong variable and meron tayong fixed. Okay, yan yung tanong sa problem. Question number 1. Sabi dyan, of which 30,000 is factory depreciation. O, so yung 116,000, inclusive yan ng 30,000 na depreciation. Sige, so number 5, question 1. Ano yung tanong dyan? If the budgeted direct labor time for October is 8,000 hours, then the total budgeted factory overhead for October is, okay, so meron tayong variable, meron tayong fixed. Okay, sabi dyan, yung variable is 1.7 per direct labor hour. Kung may 8,000 hours, 8,000 times 1.7, that is 13,600. And we know, kapag fixed, well, fixed na siya. Okay? So laging magkagastos ka ng 1,100 o 116,000 per month. 13,600 plus 116,000, answer mo dyan class, 129,600, that is letter A. Ayan, letter A sagot natin dyan. Question number 2. Okay, if the budgeted direct labor time for November is 7,000 hours, then the budgeted cash disbursements, well, ganito gagawin ko dyan. Meron tayong variable overhead, may fixed overhead tayo. 7,000 hours, 1.7 per hour yung variable, 7,000 times 1.7, you get 11,900. Ngayon, sabi dyan disbursements. Sir, para saan yun? Well, pag binasa mo yung problem, yung fixed mo na 116,000 may kasamang depreciation. Yung depreciation, hindi yun cash outflow, hindi yung disbursement. So, tatanggalin mo lang yun. 116,000 minus 30,000, so, 86,000 yung fixed overhead mo na talagang binabayaran natin. 11,900 plus 86, answer is 97,900. That is letter D or DO. Okay, question number 3. If the budgeted direct labor time for December is 4,000 hours, then the predetermined factory overhead per direct labor hour would be, okay, so paano gagawin mo dyan, sir? Ang ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Ang tinatanong sa atin this time, yung factory overhead, predetermined factory overhead per direct labor hour, considering both the variable and fixed. Ngayon, yung variable, given na sa problem yan, that's 1.7 per hour. Kailangan natin malaman yung fixed overhead per hour. Fixed overhead, sinabi sa problem na 4,000 hours, edi gagawin ko lang 116,000 divided by 4,000. Yun yung, okay, 116,000 divided by 4,000, you get 29. So 29 plus 1.7, 30.7 yung predetermined factory overhead rate natin. For question number 3, answer is letter B, 30.7. Okay. So, ayan. Sige, so tapusin na natin yan. Let's go to number 6. Visual company makes and sells only one product, product X. The company is in the process of preparing its selling and administrative expenses. So, ayan. Selling and administrative. As you notice, na-consider natin lahat ng budgeting dito. Okay, for the year, for the last half of the year, the following budget data are available. So, binigyan tayo ng yung mga operating expenses natin for may variable cost and meron tayong fixed cost. Alright, so nakasegregate na, variable and fixed. Sales commission, shipping, advertising, executive salaries, depreciation, and others. Okay, so sabi dyan class, all expenses other than depreciation are paid in cash in the month they are incurred. Okay, so question number 1. If the company has budgeted to sell 20,000 units, then the budgeted selling and admin for the year will be. Okay, unang natin gawin dito class, i-add muna natin yung variable cost per unit sold. Okay, isa-isa natin. Nakita mo ba yun? Yung column na variable cost per unit sold, 0.7 plus 1.1 plus 0.2 plus 0.25. Na-compute mo ba yung 2.25? So, lagay ko dito, number 6, yung variable natin is 2.25. Okay, per unit. Yung fixed naman natin is, add din natin. 14,000 plus 34,000 plus 11,000 plus 19,000. That's 78,000. Okay, so meron tayong variable, 2.25 per unit. Meron tayong fixed na 78,000. Question 1. If the company has budgeted to sell 25,000 units, how much daw yung total budgeted selling and admin? Dali lang yan. So yung variable natin, 25,000 times 2.25. That is 56,250. And then yung fixed natin is 78,000. 56,250 plus 78,000, you get 134,250. Letter C. Question number 2. Okay, so yung question 2, yan. If the company has budgeted to sell 24,000 units, the total budgeted fixed selling, yan. So yung fixed selling natin is just 78,000. Ayun lang yung tanong. So question 1, ang tanong, total. So kaya inad natin yung variable and fixed. So question 2, fixed lang daw, 78,000 yan. Dog for number 2. Question number 3, if the company has budgeted to sell 20,000 units, the total budgeted variable, ito yung gagawin ko lang dyan, 20,000 units times 2.25, you get 45,000. Sagot sa question number 3, 45,000, letter A. Ganyan lang. Ulitin ko, pagdating sa budgeting, kung kaya ng T accounts, especially yung mga inventory problems, follow instructions. Let's go to number 7. I think this is the last problem for budgeting, tapos theory questions na. Number 7. Okay, this is about, ayan, sama-sama na. Rolly Company, a merchandising firm, has budgeted activity for December according to the following information. Okay, sales, first bullet, 550,000, all for cash. Merchandise inventory, November 30. So, kung November 30 ang class, and then yung tanong sa atin is December, ibig sabihin, beginning balance yan. Next natin, the cash balance. Budgeted depreciation, 35,000. Next bullet, the cash balance, December 1, 25,000. Okay, and then selling and admin, 60,000 for December. Merchandise inventory in December 31, 270,000. The invoice cost for merchandise represents 75% of the sales price. Ibig sabihin, yung cost of goods sold natin is 75%. All purchases are paid for in cash. Question number 1. Okay, the budgeted cash receipts for December. Well, ang receipts mo dito, yung sales, tama? Everything else, lahat ng binigay sa given, lahat ng gastos, disbursements yan. So, ang sagot mo lang, class, sa question number 1, yung sales. Kasi sabi yan sa first bullet, sales at 550,000, all for cash. So, sagot mo sa 1, 550,000. Letter, dog. Ganun na kasimple. Question number 2, the budgeted cash disbursements for December. Ano ba yung mga binayaran natin yung December? Well, nag-purchase tayo ng inventory and then may mga selling and admin expenses tayo. So, doon muna tayo sa inventory. Sabi ko, pag inventory, T-account gagamitin mo dyan. So, ganito gagawin ko class question 2. Mag-T-account ako ng inventory and then doon sa sa second bullet, 300,000, yun yung beginning inventory natin. And then, doon sa second to the last bullet, nakita mo yung the planned merchandise inventory in December 31, yun yung ending inventory, which is 270,000. Alright? Now, yung sales natin class na 550,000, syempre, sa inventory T-account natin, kailangan mo malaman yung cost of goods sold. Tama? Sa last bullet, sabi dyan, the invoice cost represents 75%. So again, cost of goods sold mo is 75% of sales. 550,000 sales, multiply mo by 75%, na-compute mo ba yung 412,500? Yes? Okay. That's our cost of goods sold. 412,500. Solve for X, yan yung purchases natin. 270,000 plus 412,500 minus natin yung beginning na 300,000, you get 382,500. Okay, so 382,500, ito yung purchases. Pero hindi pa yan yung sagot kasi ang tanong sa problem, yung cash disbursements. Well, nabayaran natin yan, yung 382,500. Pero according to the 1, 2, 3, 4, to the fifth bullet, selling and admin expenses at 60,000 for December are paid in cash. So binayaran din natin yung selling and admin. Selling and admin, how much? 60,000. So add natin, 382,500 for the purchases plus 60,000 for selling and admin. Answer mo dito, 442,500. Final answer for question 2 is boy. O yan. And then last question, budgeted net income for December. Okay, so tingnan natin guys. Well, pag budgeted net income, syempre magsimula ka muna sa sales. So we have sales, 550,000. Sagot natin sa question 1. We have cost of goods sold, which is nasa T account natin, 412,500. And then we have, ano pa? Meron din tayong operating expenses, selling and admin, 60,000. 60,000. And huwag mo kalimutan yung depreciation. Expenses pa rin yun. So according to the third bullet, budgeted depreciation, 35,000. So, huwag mo kalimutan kasi net income yun. So, depreciation natin, 35,000. So, tingnan natin class how much yung net income. 550,000 sales, minus 412,500, minus 60,000, minus 35,000. Answer natin is 42,500. Net income, this is letter C for number 3. Okay, 42,500. Okay, so that's it for problem solving. Sige. Okay, let's go to the theory questions. Okay, number 1. A budget is, letter A, a planning tool, yes. B, control tool, yes. Yung performance review, kung control natin yan. A means of communicating goals to the first division, yes. Answer natin for number 1 is dog, all of the above. Number 2, the preparation of an organization's budget. A, forces management to look ahead and try to see future of the organization, yes. B, requires the entire management team, lahat ng managers, to make and carry out the yearly plan. Makes performance review possible at all levels of management. Dog, all of the above. Number 3, which of the following benefits could an organization reasonably expect from an effective budget program? A, better control, yes, actual versus budget, control natin yung performance. B, better coordination. C, better communication, yes, dog, all of the above. Number 4, which of the following statements is true? A, all organizations have the same set of budgets. Hindi. Actually, ang tawag na dyan, flexible budgeting. Depende sa needs ng organization. B, all organizations are required to budget. Well, di naman. Pero syempre, mas maganda kung nagbabudget lahat ng organization. C, budgets are a quantitative expression of an organization's goals and objectives. That's correct. Letter C for number 4. Letter D, budgets should never be used to evaluate performance. No. Number 5, the primary role of the budget committee. Sagot natin dyan, class. Letter B, decide on general policies, compile the budget, and manage the budget process. Basically, yung budget preparation, ang bahala dyan si budget committee. Yung A, C, and D, actually, pwede ring functions yan ng budget committee, pero secondary na lang yan. Yung primary is B. Number 6, the comprehensive set of budgets that serves some company's overall financial plan. Ang tawag natin dyan, master budget. Under master budget, meron tayong operating and financial. C for number 6. 7, the master budget usually includes A, operating budget, yes. Actually, kasama na rin dyan yung capital budget and pro forma. Ano tanong? The master budget usually includes, okay, yes. May kasama na rin dyan yung pro forma FS natin. Alright? So again, yung capital budgeting, next time natin yan i-discuss. And basically, kasama rin yan sa master budget natin. Dog for number 7. So dog yung sagot dyan. All of the above. Number 8, the master budget contains which of the following? Sales, yes. Production, yes. Yung production, yung DMDLOH natin. Pro forma statements, yes. Income statement, statement of cash flows, balance sheet. Letter A for number 8. Chronologically, the first part of the budget to be prepared would be, sabi ko kanina, sales budget. Yan yung trigger point natin. Yan yung critical input natin. A for number 9. A budget that includes a 12-month planning period at all times is called DOG continuous or rolling budget. For example, class, nag-budget tayo January to December. Okay? January to December. Ngayon, Feb, let's say after a month, Feb na, tama? Ang mangyayari dyan, kasi mag-i-increase ka na isa pang year ulit sa budgeting mo. Okay? So, extend mo yan. So, Feb to January naman. Okay? Parang ganun. So, pag nag-lapse yung isang month, i-extend natin ng isang month yung budgeting natin. So, lagi siyang 12 months. Okay? Ang tawag doon, continuous or ang ibang tawag is rolling budget. Okay? Same lang, continuous and rolling. Number 11, a company's plan for the acquisition of long-lived assets such as buildings and equipment. Yun. Next time natin i-discuss yan, capital budgeting yung tawag dyan. Letter D for number 11. Let's go to number 12. A company is budgeting its equipment needs on ongoing basis with a new quarter being added to budgeted as the quarter is completed. O, parang yung kanina, na pag nag-lapse yung 1 month, mag-extend tayo ng 1 month. Dito naman, pag nag-lapse yung 1 quarter, mag-extend tayo ng 1 quarter. Again, tawag doon continuous or rolling budget. Boy for number 12. Number 13, the budgeted income statement, budgeted balance sheet, and budgeted cash flows comprise letter A, the final portion of the master budget. Again, ito yung final output natin dyan, yung budgeted income, budgeted financial statements natin. Let's go to number 14. Which of the following is not an operating budget? O pag sinabi mo operating budget, related siya sa operations. Tama? So, alin daw dito yung hindi related sa operations? Well, sales, kasama yan. Production and purchases, yes. Capital budget, hindi. Separate yan. Dog for number 14. Number 15. Budgeted production for a period is equal to, actually, masolve mo yan through a T account. So, ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Mag-inventory. Paano ba yung T account sa inventory? Parang ginamit natin kanina. Beginning plus purchases. And then dito yung cost of goods sold or yung sales mo. Ayan. Cost of goods sold slash sales. Ayan, makuha mo yung ending. O sabi dyan, the budgeted production for a period is equal to. So how much daw yung production or yung purchases natin? Or yes, production or purchases. And di ang sagot mo dyan, ending plus mo yung sales or cost of goods sold minus mo yung beginning. Okay, boy yung sagot dyan. Ending plus sales minus beginning, yun yung purchases or yung production natin. Boy for number 15. Okay, number 16. Which of the following can be used to budget purchases? O, purchases naman. Paano mo compute? Actually, ganun lang din yan. Yung purchases natin, letter dog naman sagot mo dyan sa number 16. Sabi dyan, cost of goods sold plus ending inventory minus beginning, yun yung purchases mo. Okay? Or pwede yung equation kung gusto mo. Di ba ganito yung equation natin? Beginning inventory plus purchases minus ending, you have cost of goods sold. Tama? Or pwede mo rin i-express yung purchases as purchases is equal to cost of goods sold. Okay? Lipat mo yung beginning and ending. So, ibig sabihin, plus ending minus beginning. Okay? Kahit T account, kahit equation, sagot natin dyan, dog for number 16. Number 17, a company that maintains a raw material inventory which is based on the following month's production needs will purchase less material than it uses in a month where, okay, so, ibig sabihin kasi yung ending inventory mo doon ng materials, depende dun sa how much yung production mo next month. Parang ganun. Now, ang comparison to current month at next month. So, ang choices mo lang dyan, C or D. Okay? Tingnan natin. C, plant production exceeds the next month's plant production. D, plant production is less than next month's plant production. Well, actually, yung gagawin ko lang dyan, kung sabi dyan, will purchase less materials. Tama? Ibig sabihin, kung mababa yung production next month, konti yung bibili mo ngayon. Tama? So, sagot ko dito, letter C. Plant production exceeds next month's production. Ibig sabihin, yung current month's production, mas mataas kaysa next month. So, yun nga, magawa nga tayo ng amounts. So, for example, January and Feb. Okay? I-prove natin na tama yan. So, ang sagot ko, mas mataas yung January production mo kaysa sa Feb. So, yung, for example, produce natin January 10,000, sa Feb is 5,000. Okay? Mas mataas to kaysa dito. Tama? Let's say, ang materials natin, ang policy natin, 10% ng next month na production. Ano 10% ng 5,000? Oh, 500. Tama? So, 10,000 plus 500, you have 10,500. Ito yung first scenario natin. What if opposite naman, class? Ang mangyari naman, instead na 5,000, 15,000 naman. Okay, mas mataas naman. Ito yung first scenario natin, 5,000. What if 15,000? 10,000 this month, 15,000 next month. Actually, yun yung D, tama, yung dog. So, ang mangyari dyan, yung production mo, 10,000, yung ending inventory ng raw materials mo, 15,000 times 10%, 1,500. Okay, so you have 11,500. So, mas konti, 10,500, yung compared to 11,500. That's why letter C. Okay? Plant production, 10,000 exceeds the next month production, 5,000. 10,000 is greater than 5,000. Mas konti yung i-purchase natin compared dito. Okay? C for number 17. 18. If a company has a policy of maintaining inventory of finished goods at a specified percentage of next month's sales, okay, budgeted production for January will exceed budgeted sales for January when, okay, sabi naman dito, yung ending finished goods mo depende sa next month's sales. Okay, budgeted production will exceed budgeted sales. Well, syempre, pag mas mataas yung next month sales mo. So, for example, ganito. Gawa tayo ng amounts. January and Feb. Okay? Ang sagot ko dito, mas mataas yung sales mo ng next month. For example, sales natin, January is 5,000, sa Feb is 10,000. Okay? Ang tanong dito, kung ilan yung magiging production natin. For example, ang policy natin, class, yung finished goods natin, ending inventory mo, 10% ng next month na sale. 10% ng 10,000 is 1,000. Alright? So, ibig sabihin, class, ang kailangan mong i-produce sa month of January is yung ibebenta mo sa month of January na 5,000 plus yung i-maintain mo na inventory, edi 6,000. Tama? Ito yung production mo. So, production mo 6,000, yung sales mo 5,000. Ang sabi sa problem, sa last part ng problem, budgeted production for January na 6,000, exceed budgeted sales 5,000. Tama? 6,000 exceeds 5,000. Kaya ang sagot natin, February sales, letter A, na 10,000, exceeds budgeted sales na 5,000. Okay? Letter A for number 18. Number 19, which of the following represents a proper sequencing in which the budgets below are prepared? Siyempre, magsimula ka muna lagi sa sales. Okay? So, it's either C or D. Well, obviously, dog yung sagot dyan. Pag alam mo na yung sales, malalaman mo kung ilang units yung ipoproduce mo. Tama ko, ilan yung sales mo, basically. And after that, mag-i-incur ka na ng manufacturing cost. DM, DLOH. So, sagot natin, sales, production, and overhead. 19, dog yung best answer dyan. Number 20, which of the following items would not be found in the financing section of the budget, of the cash budget? Ito yung financing section natin. Tama? Sabi ko kanina, pag kulang yung cash mo, pag negative ka, okay? Pag nagkaroon ka deficiency, kailangan mo mag-finance. Pwedeng bank loan, pwedeng shares. Tama? Now, ito yung uutang ka. Pero sa financing section mo din ilalagay yung pagbabayad sa loan at pagbabayad sa shares. Gets? So, alin daw dito yung wala sa financing? A, cash payment for debt retirement. Kasama yan. Sa bank loan yan. Pagbabayaran mo ni principal. B, cash payment for interest, kasama rin yan. So, ulitin ko, nasa financing section, nandun yung uutang ka, andyan din yung babayaran mo na. Okay? So, yung A and B, nagbabayad ka na dyan. C, dividend payments. Yes, yun yung pagbabayad ng shares, nagbabayad ka ng dividends. Dog, payment of accounts payable. Wala, nandito yan sa disbursements. Okay? So, dog yung sagot natin. Yung A, B, and C, nasa financing yan. Yung dog, nasa disbursements yan. Number 21, which of the following is least likely to be affected if unit sales for the month are lower than budgeted? Okay, kapag daw mas mababa yung nabenta than budgeted, alin daw yung least likely to be affected? A, production. Actually, production na yung sagot. Kasi yung production mo, so na-produce mo na bago ka magbenta. Tama? So nauna yung production kaysa sa sales. So hindi niya maapektuhan yan. A na yung sagot natin, pero check din natin yung ibang choices kung affected sila. B, cash receipts for next month. Yes, affected yan. Kasi kung mababa yung sales mo this month, and let's say every month magko-collect ka, no? Paunti-kunti dun sa sales na yon, konti yung ma-receive mo next month compared to if malaki yung sales mo this month. Tama? C, production for next month. Well, kung konti ang nabenta mo this month, most likely, may natira kang ending inventory. Tama? So, since may ending inventory ka, nagagamitin mo next month, konti na lang yung kailangan mo i-produce next month. Affected din. D, inventory at the end of the month. Yes, kasi kung konti yung sales mo this month, tataas yung inventory mo or ending inventory mo this month kasi di mo nabenta. So, yung B, C, and D, affected sila ng unit sales natin. A, hindi yan kasi produce ka muna bago magbenta. Letter A for number 21. 22, if cash receipts from customers are greater than sales, which of the following is most likely to be true? Okay, so as you notice, kahit yung mga theory questions, kaya nang sagutin ng mga T-accounts yan. Ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. For number 22, which is the last item, what if daw yung cash receipts mas mataas sa sales? Ano daw yung true dito? Well, gagawin ko lang dyan, AR ko. Actually, sagot ko dyan, pag bumaba yung accounts receivable, A yung sagot dyan. AR will decrease. Pakita ko sa inyo, ha? So, kung ang beginning balance AR is 10,000, naging 0 siya. Tama ba nag-decrease yan? Decrease ng 10,000 yan. And for example, class, ang nabenta ko this period is 100,000. 10,000 plus 100, paano yan magiging zero? Hindi mag-collect ka ng 110,000. Does that make sense? Okay. Ang tanong sa problem, if cash receipts, 110, are greater than sales, 100. Tama? Mas mataas yung cash receipts than sales. Which of the following is most likely to be true? Ibig sabihin, nag-decrease yung AR natin. Gets? Okay. So answer for number 22 is letter A, accounts receivable will decrease. Okay, so that's it for budgeting.